Okay. Till last session, what we saw is that what are the setups that involved in fixed asset module and all the things we have seen. So we start up with the asset addition. So maybe we can start up with adding the assets in the fixed asset module. So we have done all the relevant setups in given application, and then we have given the roles and all those things to this particular user, that is chm.chm. So let's navigate to fixed asset. I'll click asset. Okay. So let me add a simple asset from the add addition window. Okay. So here we can see that this is our asset book. Okay. So here we have three options. One is capitalized and the other is CIP and expense item. So what is CIP? So CIP is nothing but construction in progress or nothing. So for example, what kind of asset will fall under CIP? So CIP is something where let's take a building. Okay, building is one of our assets. So here we haven't completed our building. So the building is still in the construction. Maybe we wanted to build 10 floors and we are ready to build another 5 floors. So this asset is in progress. So what we will do, we will create asset as an CIP. So when this asset building matures, then we will capitalize the CIP. Okay. Then we have capitalized asset. Capitalized asset is something that we own it or maybe we have already capitalized it. So those kind of asset we call capitalized it. So maybe for example, we can say furniture, laptop, computers, all those things we can call capitalized assets. So expense asset. So what is expense asset? Expense asset is something where we will add a particular expense and we consider this expense as an asset. So these are the three types of assets that we have in Oracle. So let me take capitalized asset. Then we have category. So when we are doing the setup, so we saw that we will create the categories and the category structure, and then we created or we loaded the category values, and then we verified that the values are loaded in the application. So I'm just utilizing the category values whatever we have loaded. So description I'm just giving asset maybe 5, give asset 5, and I'm adding cost to it. Maybe I'll say maybe 1,50,000. Okay. So let me say 10 quantities. So I can see expense account. So this is nothing but our depreciation expense that is coming from our category. Okay. So I'm selecting the location. So we wanted to understand on which particular unit this asset will be stored. We will have different units or different branches with our office. So where exactly do we wanted to put this asset, or how do we wanted to track it? So what we have is we have country, we have state, we have city, and then we have building. So if we want to add another column, we can add this as a floor, so that we will know exactly on which building, which floor we can maintain this or track this asset. Since I don't have any specific floors here, this is only one floor with a simple building. I haven't given or I haven't added the floor concept here. Okay. Now I click next. So let me give an asset number. Maybe I'll give 7810. Okay. So the above details are added by us already. So we have tag number. So tag number is something that this is an unique tracking tool that we will use, where we have this barcode concept, and after printing the barcode, maybe we will attach it here. Maybe let me use the 3456 as a tag number. And here we can see that this is an own and this is new. This is not a used asset. Okay, and then we have here the asset key. So let me get one asset key. Let me attach a particular asset key. Maybe let me attach this one cloud. So we have attached compressor station. Okay. Now the next step is to assign employee to this particular asset. So I'm assigning the employee Arun as an employee. I'm assigning to this particular asset. And we have already given the details, that is the location and all other details. And then we have the financial details. So if we wanted to just verify our financial details, we can see it here. So the depreciation method is SLM, and we could see this is the rate that it is coming from there. And we could see that it is depreciable, and then the YTD and the depreciation reserve and are zero. Okay, so we have verified the details, and what we will do is let's save this asset. Okay, the changes are saved. Now let's submit this asset. Okay, so now this asset has been added. Let's go to addition and verify whether the assets have been loaded. Or let me just go here, inquire asset. Let me give my category. So we could see our asset, that is 7810. And let us also verify the details of our asset. Okay. So this is the current cost of the asset. So we have the original cost and we have the net book value. So net book value is nothing but the value of the book as of now. Okay. Then the others are like we have the recoverable cost, then we have maybe the depreciable basis amount. So we haven't given any of those additional inputs. So system is showing just the inputs whatever we have given. That is only the cost of the asset. Okay. So we have seen the financial information. Now let's verify the source of it. I mean, we will not have source. Basically, this is manual addition. So we will not have source. Let's verify the assignment. Okay. So this is assigned to employee Arun, and it is location. This is what the location is, and this is the depreciation. Depreciation expense account. So let's verify the cost history as well. So we don't have any cost history. So only the original cost has been displayed here. Okay. So now let's verify the depreciation. So since we haven't run depreciation yet, we will not see any values here. Okay, so it will be blank, no results found. Now let's go to transaction. So here we will see addition and transfer. Addition is adding asset, and while we are assigning this particular asset to an employee, we will see transfer. Okay, so now we have created the asset. Now let us try to calculate depreciation. To calculate depreciation, what I do, I click depreciation. From here, I'll click calculate depreciation. Okay, so this will trigger and program. So it has submitted a program. Asset depreciation was submitted. So let's navigate to schedule process and verify our program. So I click schedule process. I refresh the page here. So I could see that the depreciation program is completed with success. Let me navigate again to fixed asset module. Okay. So let me inquire my asset. Let me give my category. So this is our asset, that is 7810. So let us verify whether the depreciation has run for this particular. Okay. So we could see that the depreciation has run for this particular. Okay, so we could see that the total amount is 1500 and the depreciation amount is 1500. Since we haven't made any adjustment, this is 0. Okay, now let us verify the overall book value of the asset. Okay. Here we could see that net book value has reduced since we have run this depreciation. Okay. Okay. So these are the details that we have. So now we have added the asset and we have ran the depreciation. And now let's try to create accounting and verify the accounting entries. So let's take our book, that is HW books. And I don't want to process for a specific category, so I'm just giving it blank as it is. I'm just leaving it. And I'm just saying to the system that transfer to general ledger and post the entries, whatever is created. And if you want to give any journal batch name, we can give it here. I'm just giving it blank so the system will create automatically. So the request has been submitted. And now again, let me navigate to the schedule process and verify whether the confirm program ran with success. So here we could see that there are sub-programs that has been triggered after submitting the great accounting process, where post subledger journal entries and import journals and all these things have happened automatically. So let's wait to complete this program. So it should complete in another 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So import is complete. So let's wait for the other child program as well. So the program is complete, and we could see that the asset data has been getting extracted, and the process is complete. Okay, let's go back to the asset module and verify the accounting entries. Okay, so this is the page that we are looking at, and let's navigate to depreciation. And from here, we have view accounting. So from view accounting, let's try to understand the accounting. Okay, so the depreciation has passed, and we could see that depreciation expense to accumulated depreciation entry has been passed. Okay, so we could see that depreciation happened and the accounting also happened successfully. So now let's try to retain an asset, and we will see how we will retain an asset in future, and what are the ways that we have to retain an asset. So let me give my category and search for the asset. So let me take this asset. So we have two options here. Either I can retire by cost or I can retire by units. So what is retire by cost and what is retire by unit? So retire by cost is something, let's say the asset cost is 10,000 and I wanted to retire 2,000. So I can retire 2,000 from here. And we have other options. Retire by units. So what is retire by units? Let's say I have 10 units. I wanted to retire 2 units. Rest 8 of the units is fine with me. I'm working with those, I'm maintaining those 8 units. Okay. So let me click this and let me retire units. So the total units that we have for this particular asset is 10 units that we can see it from here. That is units is 10. So how many units that we wanted to retire? Let me give 2 units. Okay. So if you come down, we will see few things that if you wanted to give proceed of sale or cost of removal and all this. So let me give maybe 100 and this is maybe 50. Okay. And let me give reason. Maybe I'm selling this particular asset. So distribute. Okay. So we could see that the cost there is 30,000. So now let's submit this particular retirement process. So we could see here this is on 29. So again, let us account our retirement. Let me navigate to schedule process to verify whether the consent program or the process has ended with success. The programs are done. So now let's navigate back to the discussion. Okay, so these are the recent retirements. So we could see our asset number, that is 7810. So we have given the reason is sale, and the total cost that was retired is 30,000, which means each asset cost is 15,000. So we have retired 2 units. So we could see the gain or loss here, which is minus 29,950. Okay. So this is derived based on the NBV, that is net book value. So that is understandable. So I'm not taking much time explaining gain or loss amount. Okay, so let's straight away verify our accounting entries. So here we can see there are different entries that is being created. We could see that asset cost, and we could see the net book value retained, and we could see proceed of sale clearing, and we could see cost of removal, against which we have the asset cost and proceed of sale and cost of removal clearing. So since we have used our proceed of sales and cost of removal, so we have the additional four entries that is being added. So if we don't have these proceed of sale and cost of removal, so we will have only the asset cost and the net book value. Okay. So these are the entries that we will get when we are retiring an asset. Okay, so we have seen the asset addition. So we have seen depreciation and everything. So now, so let's say there is a odd case where we have retired an asset by mistake. So now user wants to have back the asset. So user is saying that I cannot add back the asset. I wanted the asset which I have retired it already. So what we will do is we will reinstate the asset that we have retired. Okay, so in navigation, let's check this. We have reinstate asset. So let's search for the asset. So we have this asset. So let's click reinstate. Okay, so we could see this is the transaction number, and we could see this is reinstated. So let's account this reinstatement and verify the accounting entry as well. So before that, meanwhile, let me run this accounting entry and let me show that whether it has been retired or it is being reinstated. The retirement, the part of retirement, we have seen that the asset has been retired, that we have verified from the asset book. So now let's again verify back with the asset book and check whether and verify whether the asset is being reinstated. Let me go back to inquire asset. Let me give category. So this is our asset. if you see here, the cost is 150. Since we have retired, the cost has changed to 120. And again, we have reinstated. So the cost has changed again to 150. So let's check the transaction as well. So here you can see addition, and then we have transferring, that is assigning to particular employee. Then we have the partial retirement. So we have the transfer out. Then we have reinstatement, that is coming in again. Okay. So we have seen the reinstatement and all those things. So let me check the accounting entry for this reinstatement. Okay, so we could see the entries has been reversed, which means we have reinstated. Okay, okay. So now we have seen reinstatement and we have seen the retirement, we have seen the addition, and all those things. Now let us try to do a transfer of asset. So let me transfer an asset from one location to another location. So let me take the same asset what we have seen. So let me take 7810. So do I want to adjust the units and do I have to transfer asset? Let me transfer the asset. Okay. So from here, maybe I can give the additional units or the units that needs to be transferred to the different location. Let me come back again. So these are the units that we have with us. So let me transfer maybe 5 units. Okay. Since we have transferred we have opted for transfer asset instead of unit updation. So let me change to China location. That is Beijing office. The reason why I couldn't change this particular asset is while we are defining our chart of account structure, we defined only for the purpose of the theory called the APAR and real perspective. Whereas for FA, in order to do the transfer, we will need the cost center. The cost center is nothing but department. So since we don't have department, we are unable to transfer this particular asset. So, I mean, basically, this is the process to transfer the asset. So the moment we click submit, the asset will be transferred from one location to other location. Okay, so these are all the process that we have for the fixed asset. And let me take the final functionality what we have it in asset maybe. So let me take this particular category. Okay, this is our asset. So this is where basically you will do all those what we call the financial details, and if you want to reclassify this asset, that is changing the asset category. Let's say we have furniture. So user has added this furniture into office supplies instead of adding this into furniture category. Okay, so basically we will click here and we will change the category of this particular asset. Since we don't want to change the category of the asset, we don't do this. But this is how we will change. So we will give the new category and submit so that the category will be changed to this particular new category. Okay. So now let's click financial details to change the information in for this particular asset. Okay, so we have came into this. So now we have the details like the financial details of this particular asset. So here now if you want to change any of the details that so this will give us a high level understanding what all the financial details that is being assigned to this particular asset. Okay. So now, so what we want to change is that if you want to change the asset cost, we can change from here. And if we wanted to change the depreciation method, we can change. Okay. And if we wanted to change date placed in service, that we can change. Or the prorate convention, we can change. So the moment we change, we click submit. So let me try on this. So let me change the asset cost to 1 lakh and submit. Okay. So now we have changed the asset cost. So let me inquire this particular asset. Okay. So this is our asset. Okay. So we could see the changes here. So the current cost is 1 lakh and the original cost is 1 lakh 50,000. And the net book value is again 1 lakh since we have changed the cost of this asset. So we can see the changes in cost history. Okay, where it has been 1 lakh 50,000 and we did retirement, so it is 1 lakh 20,000, and again we saw a few changes. I mean, we reinstated the retirement what we did, so it came back to 1 lakh 50,000. Now again we have reduced the cost of an asset to 1 lakh. So these are the history that we have. So let's verify in the transaction as well. So what it has affected. So we can see it here that after reinstatement, we have an adjustment. So for each transaction, system will generate a transaction number. So with this, we can see all those relevant information. Okay. So we can see the current cost of an asset and with the detailed financial information of the asset. So if we click now the view accounting, I think we shouldn't be able to see the accounting part of it since we haven't accounted this particular transaction. Yeah, we will not have the details. So let us try to account this transaction and see the entries. So let me verify the status of the program that is being triggered. Let me navigate to schedule process. So let me navigate back to the processor and let me check the entries. So this is our asset. Let me go to the transaction again to the adjustment. Now I could see that this is cost clearing to cost account. It is asset cost to cost clearing account. Okay. So the entries has been created. Okay, fine. So to wrap it up, so I'll just explain what are the dashboards that we have in that Fusion application, which is new in Fusion, which we don't have it in our version. So if you see the first tile, what we have is incomplete and the acceptance and ready to post and all this. So when we speak about the addition, the moment I click this particular arrow, I will be able to see all the exceptions and the incomplete and the ready to post. these are all the immediate actions that I have to take upon this asset. So this details will be available in the first time. So if you see here, the moment I click the incomplete, I'll be able to see only the incomplete asset details. Okay. And similarly, if I click the exceptions, I'll be seeing only the exceptions. Okay. See here, this is the asset that is incomplete. Similarly, we have ready to post. Ready to post it is something like our mass addition. So basically, in Fusion, we say two kind of mass addition. So if we import a particular asset through our what is called the Excel sheet, so that we call mass addition. And if we import a particular transaction from payable module, again that we call as an what is called the mass addition. Okay. So we have the first time understood what is that and how does this work and all those things. And now let me click this adjustment. So the adjustment is nothing but the change to one particular asset that we are making. So since we don't have any immediate action to be made, we don't have anything less. Similarly, we don't have it for transfer or replacement. And we have depreciation. So if you see here, it will tell us the current period or current open period. Okay, so we know that there are asset that we created in a particular period, that is February 20, and we have processed it, we have prepared it, and we saw how to do transfer, and then we saw how to reinstatement, and we verified few accounting entries. All those things we have done after calculating the depreciation. Now let us try to close this period and understand how system works. So click yes. So this should trigger a problem. Asset depreciation was submitted. Okay. So let's again navigate back to the schedule process and verify the status. Okay. Now this is done. Let's go back to the processor. So now we can see here this is a smart video. The reason being is that we have not only calculated the depreciation, but we also closed this particular period. So if you see, we can see only the closed period. We will not be able to open the successor period. So we have the suspension. So always we should be very cautious while we are closing the successor module. Maybe the other modules we will have the flexibility, but successor we don't have any flexibility. So since we didn't have any open or any transaction that has been created in this period, we have the additions and we have retirement and everything zero. Okay. So this is all about fixed asset module. So basically we have seen how to add an asset, how to retire an asset, how to reinstate, how to transfer, and what is CAP and how does this work and all those things. And we also created an accounting for each and we verified it and we inquired it and we saw the financial information and we saw how this profit and loss and all those things are being calculated. Okay. So this is all about today's class. So let's wind up this session, and maybe we will if you have any questions, maybe you can be posted so that I can respond to your queries. Yeah, thank you.